Live streaming is on.
Hey, everybody, it's LeMent Tonight. Hey, our guest tonight is John Liu, or is it Liu? Now, how would you pronounce this, John?
I pronounce it Liu. It makes
Liu?
it easier for my neighbors. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
You're totally ignoring the I.
Pretty much. I'm trying to be less central. I'm not trying to be less egocentric. Let's talk about you.
So John Liu is a first-generation Asian American. You give your heritage as Filipino and Chinese on your bio. You're based in Southern California. You have a sharp wit, sharper tongue, as we just heard. And your comedy centers around growing up in a multicultural background, being a first-generation immigrant, current events, and dealing with the ever-changing American zeitgeist. You can catch him at John Liu Comedy, LIU.com. John Liu, how are you doing tonight?
Cheers. I'm doing great. I'm chilling in a city called Anaheim, which is, as if you may or may not know, is the hometown of Disneyland. Lovely, beautiful day in Southern California. The heat is finally letting up. The humidity is letting up, and there's some wild parrots hanging around outside. It is a good day.
Were you at Disneyland today?
No. A friend of mine is running a comedy show. So before I logged in, I dropped in to say hello. Support local comics, support my friends, all that good stuff.
Well, that was awful nice. Yeah.
I do what I can.
Yeah. So were you just there for support, or did you do something else?
No, it's a theme night, actually. I have a friend. His name is Eric Escobar, hilarious comic. Plug for him. He's doing a special comedy night at a local brewery called Cast Comedy Night. These are all current or former Disney performers. So I went down to catch his comedy, and see some comics. And now I'm here with you, and this is a wonderful setup. Thanks again for having me, Bob.
You're so gracious. My goodness. Your mother must be very proud of you.
I hope so.
You're so polite. So now you just said current or former Disney performers. Now, what do you mean by that?
Well, okay. So when you go to Disneyland, they have people working, staff members. They also have crew members. These are the forward-facing people, like the tour guides on the Jungle Cruise, or, people manning, dressed up as characters, things like that.
Okay. Yeah. Cast members, as I like to say, so they don't have to pay them in a certain way.
It's true. But funny enough, I do believe they're part of the actors union too. They're actually considered acting. It's an acting job, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's fascinating.
That's a good move on their part, is to pull that in, right? So the whole cast member thing was kind of a dodge, I think, originally. And so now they're going, yeah, well, wait, if we're cast members, we're acting. Yeah. Have you ever worked at Disney or no?
No. Oh my gosh. No, I have no patience for that kind of thing. I wear my heart on my sleeve and my contempt on my face. So it's kind of like, I can't do that. It's very difficult for me to be in a customer facing position.
No, you're so polite. You've been so polite to me tonight. And here you're saying, oh no, I can't do that.
It's a lot of work, Bob.
So like 5 minutes of pleasantries, and then after that, it's all venom, or what?
Well, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm not much of a conversationalist. That's why I'm in stand-up and not improv.
Oh my goodness, it's working right now, John.
Well, cheers. Thank you.
Now, since you're a Filipino-Chinese, is John your first name, or is this an Americanized name for you?
Well, here's the thing you got to know really quickly about the Philippines. We are an English-speaking country. English is one of the languages that we speak, so we do have a lot of crossover. John is actually my given birth name. Okay. So, yeah. I do have a Chinese name, but I don't use it too much, mainly because I can barely speak Chinese. It's like at a 4-year-old level. if I'm lucky. It's terrible.
What level of Chinese do you speak, John? Oh, 4-year-old.
I don't know. I really don't know. My wife describes it as my wife says I understand half of the conversation. Unfortunately, I understand the useless half.
I only know the words and, the, and.
Right. I can count to a decent extent. I know important phrases, some words, because I did go to school where they taught Chinese, but part of the difficulty is that I didn't get a lot of practice. I moved to the States when I was a teen, and there's, where I moved to, there weren't a lot of Chinese speakers, so it kind of fell by the wayside, and I wasn't that good to begin with.
So where did you grow up in your teens? Can you tell me an area?
Southern California, through and through.
Okay, so dude, whoa, hey.
Pretty much.
There's no Chinese words for that.
No, I'm if there are, I don't know them.
So would you, in the Southern California culture, what would you describe yourself as? So like, there's skater, surfer, beach bum.
I think the closest thing, I don't know if they still have them, but when I was younger, I was definitely more in the nerd / preppy kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And I was a kid. I had my fun, but I wasn't much into skating, wasn't much into sports. I was a bit of a nerd. I was with comic books, toys, that kind of thing. I think, and I'm not, though Y doesn't apply anymore, but I would certainly could have been classified as a yuppie back in the day. I think you and I are of the same generation that what a yuppie is.
Oh yeah.
And for the younger folks, a yuppie, young urban professional.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it was a wet puppy.
No.
No, I know what a yuppie, young urban professional. Exactly. You drove your Beamer. No. And you had your girlfriend was named Buffy.
No, I don't have money. That's why I'm here. No offense, but otherwise I would have bought myself a comedy club and called it a day.
Oh, there you well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Why are you waiting? I mean, what is stopping you from realizing this dream? I mean,
my bank account.
No, but there's, banks will give anybody money, so you could go get a loan or something. They
want me to pay it back eventually.
Well, I mean, that's the part you got to figure out. But
and respect to anyone that runs a comedy venue. It's not easy, it isn't.
Well, you just sell drugs in the back and you're all set. Everything works out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's not for me. Plus,
okay.
It's a lot of logistics that I don't really want to deal with. I want to be free. I want to be happy. And
what? You could have the John Liu comedy car. It's like Uber, except you get comedy on the way to your destination.
Actually, a friend of mine had this idea of taking one of those creepy gigantic vans, just opening up the door and having like a pop-up comedy show, have the speakers and the mic in there, and just drive wherever, park somewhere and set up a comedy show that way. Kind of like a.
I mean, they did the cash cab on television for I don't know how long. You could do the comedy cab.
Talk about a captive audience. Just lock the doors, have the.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then if they want to get out, they got to pay you.
Yeah. Oh my God, we could be like those crazy people that preach on planes. Have you been seeing that on the news?
No,
we could do that. We could just put on a comedy show.
They preach on a plane? Is that allowed?
No. It's absolutely.
Explain this to me. Do they just bother the person next to them, or do they stand up and tell the whole plane?
No, they stand up and tell the whole plane. They've been used to this one lady, she got put on the no-fly list forever because she was pretty much just preaching the entire time. She would get up, preach to the plane, and she just refused to sit down, all that stuff. And there are a couple of people doing that. So
I'll be honest with you. I would rather have it happen in a plane than anywhere else because, I mean, you never know.
That's fair.
You got you're like a 50-50 that you may need that at that moment.
That's true. But Yeah, it's all about that captive audience, getting that group of people together. And I like to perform. I'll be honest, I like to perform. It's the advertising, the marketing that doesn't appeal to me.
Oh no. Well, I think this comedy Uber thing is the way to go, because then you like to go places.
Absolutely, travel is one of the perks. I've gotten to go to so many places and see so many things that I wouldn't have if I wasn't in comedy. It gives me that incentive to travel.
So, tell me some of the places you've gone. Have you gone to Macau?
I have not. I've only recently started traveling for comedy. Let's see. I've performed in the Philippines. I've been to open mics in Taiwan.
Wow.
In terms of shows, proper shows, I've done shows in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Arizona, Nevada, Washington, and of course, California, Minnesota, just traveling all over. And I'm trying to do more. I love.
How do you, in Taiwan, in Philippines, you mentioned English is one of the major languages. In Taiwan, is it all 4-year-old Chinese or what?
No. Taiwan has an English comedy scene.
Really?
They have both in Mandarin, in Chinese, and in English, because Taiwan, it's one of the modern business hubs in Asia. Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of people
at the moment.
Yeah, and it's very popular because you need Chinese, you need English for business, and there's a lot of crossover. So they do stand up in Mandarin, Chinese, and English.
Now, do you find that because you have a Chinese heritage, that you're more accepted, or do they like to have?
No, they hear me talk, and they're immediately thinking, okay, this guy's American. He's not native, right off the bat. So, and my experience was limited, and I've only started to touch on that there. So I'm excited to learn more. But, it's a trip because I'm growing and the expectations are different. The expectations of comedy, American stand-up is very different. Very different.
Than over in Taiwanese?
Yeah. Even if you go to different states, the expectations are different. The styles are different. So it's a.
How did you figure this out? When did this epiphany come to you that you're like, wait a minute?
The hard way, because we were going for a vacation. We went on vacation. A friend of mine, one of my comedy mentors, was performing in the Philippines, and he invited me to open for him for a couple of shows. Mm-hmm. And because the Philippines is so close to Taiwan, we decided to just take a side trip there, visit friends, and I'm like, I wonder if there's comedy there, and I found it. So I'm like, I went over there, signed up for some open mics, because I don't have that kind of pull yet, but that's neither here nor there. So that's
wild. So you flew all the way to the Philippines to open for your friend. Did he pay you, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I thought for a minute there you're going to say no.
No.
You go, but I am in the Actors Guild. But then you just say, "Oh, hey, let's just hop on over to Taiwan, and we'll, check out what's happening over there."
Yeah, exactly.
This seems very wild to me.
It's kind of a thing, we do what we can. It's not like the entire trip centers around getting booked or getting on shows. It's a bit of exploration, and that's what makes it fun.
And no problems traveling around. That was your friend. Does he have Chinese heritage or no?
No. They're Filipino. So.
Oh, they're Filipino. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So now, do you find that you get along better because you've got a mixed heritage with Filipino people or Chinese people?
That's a good question. I've never really thought about it, because regardless of who I'm dealing with, I am who I am,
Yeah.
It's harder for me to connect because with folks who don't speak English. So, maybe that's part of it. Because again, I don't speak Chinese, and I'm clearly Americanized. So
you don't just nod your head, because I do that if we go to a Mexican restaurant and they start talking to me in Spanish. I just nod my head a lot, as if I understand. Oh yeah, and then I just get whatever.
Oh, and one of the things I know how to say in Chinese is "I'm sorry, I don't speak Chinese." So yeah. So
Oh my goodness. So now you say you're first generation. So you came over, or how did you?
I came over here.
But I mean, with your parents or no?
Yeah, with my parents.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
But you weren't born here, so you immigrated at some point in your teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
And so why? What brought your parents to the United States?
Well, the same as everybody. You want a good life. America has so much to offer.
I don't know what to tell you, John. I've saw a lot of stuff all over the world. There's pretty good lives other places.
Well, this was
Southern California is really good weather. It's not always the best life.
This is back in the day before things went nuts. So
okay. Gotcha.
We're pretty, life is pretty good. It's hard to complain.
Yeah. So do you have a day job, or what's the situation? You talk about money. I mean,
I'm pretty happy with my day job. Comedy, like I said, is what I do. You know what they say, when they say, what do you do for a living? It's not comedy for me, but comedy is what I do to live.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. What I do to live as opposed for a living.
Yeah.
So hold that thought. I want to jump over here, and Gary is going to play us a little song. And you don't know Gary, do you?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, Gary Lime and the Fleetones. Hey, Gary, how are you doing tonight?
Bob, you are a grade A asshole.
Okay, Gary, just play a song. That's enough, Gary. I think we've had enough of you. That's enough. So you were talking about your job.
Yeah, it's the job. It keeps me occupied, keeps the bills paid, takes care of insurance.
It's my insurance job. So you don't, as far as your act or your comedy life, do you ever talk about your job or no?
Not really. I mean, think about at a party. When you go to a party, do you really want to hear what someone does for a living? No, you want to hear about them, right? So, I spare people to talk about.
Is it really boring? Is that why you don't talk about it?
I don't think it's interesting to other people, And besides,
can you give me an area? Are you in the military or?
No. I'm all about auditing. It's a lot of people.
Oh, okay. You're an auditor. How interesting.
Yeah, which is the complete opposite of stand-up.
You're feared.
I'll have to take your word for it.
I have never heard anyone say, "I'm really happy to see the auditor."
Well, if you pass, if you get a good score, then you get happy.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying. It's like an obstacle in life. You're just trying to get through.
Fair.
The auditor is an obstacle.
Yeah,
you should do some auditor. I mean, this is the whole line of comedy that you're not even getting into. You're during my day job, everyone fears me.
Possibly.
I'm not convincing you, am I, John?
No, I won't lie, Bob. No, I'm very things are a little, like I said, I work 8 hours a day. The last thing I want to do is talk about it more on stage. I want that separation. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right.
I go home. That's one of the great blessings for me.
I think that step that you don't want to take is what's keeping you from greatness.
Possible. I'll give that a try.
I say you embrace your yuppie-fied auditor self.
Mm-hmm.
Get on that stage in your 3-piece suit and dress everybody down because they're not good enough.
Oh my goodness. It's certainly an option, Bob.
You basically get up there. You are all disappointing me. Here I am, first generation Filipino-Chinese person, and I'm doing better than every one of you in the audience.
Oh man, that's very generous considering I do a lot of shows in dive bars. Nothing wrong with a dive bar, by the way, but it's
now, well, you're going to have to toughen up a little bit because I have a feeling there'll be retaliation if you do that. But that aside, I think that could rocket you. Who's doing that? Nobody.
Yeah, we'll find our niche.
Yeah, you got to have that, je ne sais quoi.
Right.
And that's not Chinese, John.
No, that is French.
Oh, you know that? Okay, you speak French. I didn't know that.
I know the phrases. I know the important phrases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've got a choice for you here tonight. I know you said you weren't into improv, but
no, I enjoy improv. I just not good at it.
Okay, well, all the better. So I've got a plethora of little games here, and I'm going to read them off to you, and then you can tell me which one sounds the most interesting to you.
Let's do it.
All right. One I call A World Gone Mad. So it's funny commentary from you and I about the crazy happenings in the world today.
All right.
What a story. I will ask you to tell a story. I'm going to pick a random topic, and then you'll tell the story, and I'm going to critique you along the way.
Sounds good.
Mind Guck. I'm going to come up with some crazy piece of trivia, right? And try to elicit, and I'm going to come up with a piece of trivia.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to read this correctly now in front of me. I'm going to have you come up with a crazy piece of trivia. I forgot that part. You're going to come up with some crazy piece of trivia and try to elicit a response from me. All right. And we don't know if it's true or not. And then we're going to try to guess, right? So did you know, here's an example, that on average, 18,000 new species are discovered each year.
18,000. Wow.
That's see, there you go. You don't even know if that's true or not. Anyway, next one. You are the expert. You have to pretend to be an expert in a field that I pick. And you're probably not. I won't say auditor. Word spew. I'm going to give you an identity. Auditor, perhaps. And then you have to respond to random words that I say. So it's kind of like word association. I say Benedictine monk, and you say... Okay, there you go. And the last one, ask not. I'll pose questions to you, and you have to give me the worst advice possible on that topic.
All right.
Out of that list of what, 6 or 7, which one do you like?
Host's choice. I'll let you decide, Bob.
I could have done that without reading all these.
You have to introduce the crowd. You have to introduce the audience to the concept.
Well, I will tell you, I'm going to go with the last one. Ask not.
The worst advice. All right.
I want to have you give me the worst advice on topics that I ask you. All right. You think you got it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
John, I just came to this country as a teenager, and I'm trying to meet women. What's your advice to me?
Oh my gosh. The best advice to meet women as a teen?
Well, worst advice, remember? You're trying to do the worst advice.
Advice?
But you can gussy it up as the best advice if you'd like.
The advice to meet women as a teen? Oh my gosh. The best advice is to go deep into the manosphere. Go deep into Andrew Tate, go deep into Joe Rogan, and get their advice and follow them. Do exactly what they tell you. That's how you meet women in America.
Really? Always go with Rogan, huh?
You wanted bad advice? Go for it. Hit that manosphere. Hit that right wing. Hit that trad wife trend. I guarantee you that is anyway, you get the idea.
Okay. I'm going to have a dinner party. Now we're switching gears a little bit. I've grown up.
Sure.
Have a dinner party, and I'm going to invite over 4 couples.
Mhm.
What should we have for dinner?
Oh my gosh, what did you have for dinner? You gotta start with an appetizer of gas station sushi. You gotta start with that. Gas station sushi. Serve drinks. The drinks you gotta serve: stale, flat, warm soda.
Mm.
There's your drinks. And then for your main course,
What's some kind of millennial thing?
no, oh my God, we'll come to that later. There's this, you know what? No, serve a second course of drinks. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a trend going on right now about dirty sodas. Have you heard about this, Bob?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I've experienced the dirty soda trend. Yes.
For those of you that don't know, it's putting creamer in soda, not
Yeah.
creamer.
Yeah.
So you can go with that. Get a main dish of nothing but fast food. And
What's your suggestion? Which fast food would you suggest?
Oh man, I don't know. Everyone's got such different tastes. You know, one man's trash, another man's treasure, as they say. So I'm just gonna go with call your ex and get her opinion.
Okay. You mean the girl that turned me down in high school because I went with Joe Rogan's advice?
Well, they have to date you to be your ex, so
Wow. Not if you're a real nerd, then everybody's your ex.
fair.
What about
fair.
Dave's Hot Chicken? You ever have that?
I've had it actually. My spice tolerance is abysmal, but I still like it.
Was it really hot or no? I've never had Dave's Hot Chicken. I've had other hot chicken.
It's hot, but it's it's still tolerable. It's not like those super duper spicy, crazy sauces. And by the way, that's what you should serve as salad dressing for the worst dinner ever.
What? Put hot sauce on the salad?
Hot sauce on everything. Hot sauce on everything.
So, okay, so far we've got flat soda with creamer, salad with hot sauce, and hot chicken.
Yep.
From Dave's Hot Chicken. And what kind of dessert are we going for?
Oh my gosh, you can't go wrong with liver for dessert. Yep, liver for dessert. It tastes just like custard except with rocks.
Is it pureed, I suppose?
I mean, I guess you could go with a pate.
Okay. I was thinking, like liver seems a little tough for a dessert.
Exactly. Hey, you asked for the worst advice.
Now, let me ask you this: if you were having a dinner party, now this is off of the improv,
sure.
What would you have?
Well, are you asking me what I would make or what I would like?
Well, yeah. What would you make something? Would you buy in something? What would you do?
I could. I mean, it depends. I'm a very casual guy. I'm not. I'll eat fancy foods, but I'm all about comfort first and foremost. So if I'm having friends over for dinner, I will admit my wife is a better cook than I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll yield to her. But for me, I can. I do cook. I am able to cook, and it's been a while, but I can still cook.
Would you say you cook better than you speak Chinese?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
no
okay.
doubt in my mind. I'm actually, like I can cook.
I thought maybe it was gonna be like Cheerios and
hardly
sugar packets or something.
No. I've been, I can cook. I cook a bunch of things, but mostly Filipino food. So you're gonna get traditional recipes. You're gonna get my mom's recipes. All that stuff that I grew up with, comfort food, things that make you happy. And then, they're not going to be healthy, but they'll make you happy.
Give me an example. Name them. I'm not.
All right. I can make sushi. I mean, I know it's not much, but I know how to select the fish. I know how to make the rice, molding, shaping, seasoning, all that stuff. And there's that. Filipino food. I make a number of dishes, including, noodles. I make something that's well known, adobo, Filipino adobo. It's kind of like a stew, soy sauce, vinegar, bay leaves, black pepper. Wonderful. I'm good at that. We make, and I'm very proud of my It's called kare-kare. That's the name of the dish in the Philippines. It's a peanut curry stew.
Mm-hmm.
So with
Say the name again.
Kare.
Correct.
Yep, close enough. Kare. That's how it's spelled. It's
Okay.
with a lot of
Okay.
Malaysian, Southeast Asian influence. So and it's
Is there peanuts there?
it's a peanut stew. So basically a creamy peanut base. So it's
Sounds like a dirty soda.
no, this is something else. And if you ever come out in my direction, we'll try it.
Oh wow! I already got an invitation to dinner. You better talk to your wife before you buy me over.
It's not like peanuts. It's crushed into a paste, and then it's like
it's kind of like dessert on the last.
No, roasted. If you've had roasted salted peanuts, it's kind of like that. A little more smooth, a little more savory, less salt, less crunch, more smooth. It's a wonderful thing.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of it. So.
But yeah.
Now, would that be the main course, or would there be something?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a main course thing. It's heavy. Not in the sense that like it's fatty or whatever, but it's hearty. Hearty is
filling. It's filling, huh?
Yeah, hearty. You usually do oxtails or beef brisket or something along those lines.
Now, the oxtail, is it really a tail of the ox?
Well, usually it's a cow, so not an actual ox. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. If you
take the hair off?
Oh no, absolutely. You don't do the skin with the traditional oxtail.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just the meat. It's like, think of it like a pork chop where you've got the bone and the meat around it. That's what you're looking at.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of cultures use it. Like Jamaican in particular will have oxtail stew. Get that with Vietnamese pho. Yeah, a lot of good meat in there.
Really interesting.
Yeah. It's very
to me
collagen.
No, the tail's a little close to other parts that don't seem so appetizing. But I'm assuming
you clean it.
Yeah, I know. I'm assuming you do, prep.
Yeah.
So,
but everything's, you waste not, want not.
It's not like you just walk up and hack it off and throw it in a pot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. I guess it would be fairly meaty. I think those things swinging around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. What would you say if you had it? I've never had it. What would you describe it as whenever you're, eating oxtail?
Well, let me put it to you this way. Have you ever had a really well done pot roast? Where it's fork tender and picks up. It's that kind of texture. It's like
really,
yeah. And because it's got a lot of collagen, it's got a lot of the tendon and all that. It's smooth. It doesn't quite congeal, but it's got a smooth texture. It's slick and it coats rice really well, so you get the flavor. You get a very
so it's a meaty kind of flavor to it then, I guess.
Absolutely. And the peanuts give you that extra little kick, so it's not sweet, but like I said, if you've had roasted salted peanuts, you know that texture, that taste. So the combination
does sound pretty good. You're making it sound better all the time.
Yeah. And this is the secret. I know we only have so much time, but the secret to a good Filipino peanut curry, Bob, rice powder. It's a thickening agent, makes it real saucy, gives it real body.
Oh, really?
Comedy podcast just turned into a Food Network show.
That's okay. I mean, this is interesting. This is expanding my, your
palate.
Well, I'm not eating it yet, but my knowledge. How's that? My knowledge of food.
Fair.
So, why didn't you become a chef?
Too lazy. You're noticing a trend, I think.
I think auditing is probably not for the lazy.
Well, so
although I suppose you're just kind of nitpicking other people's work.
Kind of. Here's the thing. Here's my thing, Bob. It's with comedy, you're working on your own. You like improv, you're working with a team. Stand up, it's just you. You do things for you. And if it makes the other people laugh, great. And that's kind of my thing in life. I do not selfish in the sense that I am a little selfish, but I cook because it makes me happy. I do stand up because it makes me happy.
Oh, wow.
The second I'm not having fun doing something,
Mhm.
I don't want to do it anymore. And if I cook for a living, someone's going to come to me and says, hey, I want a vegetarian cheeseburger with the meat in it. And I'm going to be like, why? You know?
They want, say that again. They want a vegetarian cheeseburger with meat?
Yeah. You know, but the point is someone's going to make an order place an order that I can't fulfill. You know, they're going to make
I have a question for you that you brought it up.
Yeah.
Why are vegetarians copying the carnivore?
Depends. Okay, I know it's a comedy podcast, but I will tell you, or show, but I will tell you this: the reality is, some people my favorite kind of vegetarians are the ones they're doing it for their health.
Mhm.
They're doing it for animal welfare, because I'm
Mhm.
big on animal welfare.
Sure.
Yeah, they don't want to eat. They don't want to eat actual meat because that's going to lead to slaughter, or
Mhm.
the animal raising it. Farm industry is not necessarily the best. So
Mhm.
they'll eat their vegetables, but if they can have something that tastes like meat, great.
Mhm.
Or it may not even be intentional. Like, obviously, Chinese food, Asian food, we got a lot of vegetables, we got a lot of different proteins, we got tofu,
Right.
and it just so happens that it's got that meat texture. So sometimes it's not intentional, and sometimes people miss what they had, and they just want a taste of it, and I can respect that.
Okay.
But exactly what you're saying, it's like, if you're going to go through all these imitations,
Mhm.
because there are a lot of great vegetable dishes. I say that, but
Yeah.
but everyone just wants, if you can, then you can.
I'm just saying, make something. I don't fault them. I think that it's very noble to be a vegetarian, and
Oh, it's so hard to
have the lifestyle, because it's a difficult lifestyle. In this, even today, still, it's not as hard as it used to be, but it's still hard. But it's like, make something that's totally just has no equivalent.
Yeah, be yourself.
So don't have a hamburger, don't have a veggie burger or a veggie dog. Make something that's totally just the veggie something. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I get it. I get what you're saying, and I get it.
Because you're chasing the popularity of the other, right? So don't do that. Just do your own thing.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, that's exactly what you're saying about comedy and food.
Right. It's what makes you happy. If you're doing something that doesn't hurt anybody, go for it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, that makes me go to the next thing. So do you practice any religion?
Oh, not really. I got to tell you, I was raised Catholic, but now I'm pretty much non-practicing.
Really? Well, I guess that's true. Over in the Philippines, there is a lot of Catholicism, isn't there?
I still believe, I do. There's a God out there. I do believe in. I'm still Catholic, but I'm not much into the
Christmas, Easter Catholic, or is that what you are?
Pretty much. It's like I don't. It's the organization. Like, it's very strange. I don't. Are you religious at all, Bob? Are you practicing?
No.
Yeah.
I don't practice. No, I don't think so. But I find it very fascinating. I was just curious because of your, your heritage mix. I was just wondering where all that fell, just because it seems like, and you said Catholic, which is not what I was expecting. I'll be honest with you.
No, that's fair.
And because whenever you have all this mix of cultures and everything, something's got to win out in these areas, right? And so I just was curious to see what it was.
Sure.
Plus, you're such a nice person. I've been trying to drag you down into the depths of things, and you won't go.
Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. That's the mystery. You'll have to come to a show to find out.
Yeah. Now we go to the show and you just basically curse at everyone for the 10 minutes and everybody's going to be shocked.
It's a little bit of a Bob Saget thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'd be like Bob Saget, some kind of pervert, pervert playing everybody's dad. Oh my gosh. Well, John, thanks for taking some time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. And I hope that, I hope all your dreams come true. I think, with the auditing job, you may be able to talk somebody out of a property that you could turn into a comedy club because you could, audit them in where they want to get rid of something quickly.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got to tell you.
You got to unload this building to me for a song and we'll call it a night.
Oh, goodness. It's I've been on the production side. I host a show regularly. It's a lot of work just to get the lineups together. I can't imagine doing the whole thing.
No, you would just own the club and you're the happy guy that greets everybody and introduces things. You have other people do that crap.
Oh, but then I got to pay them.
Yeah, but it's okay. I didn't say quit your day job. I just said you could acquire a building. You can still have other people. Here's what I don't get. Sorry, we're going long now. But anyway, here's what I don't get. So people have a dream, right? I have a dream. You said you had a dream. I'm taking you for your word.
Yeah.
There is a way to fulfill that dream. But it's not going to make you money, but it will fulfill the dream and it probably will pay for itself.
Huh.
And yet you don't want to fulfill the dream. You see what's happening? I talked to other people. I have a friend had a business idea for him, which he's actually kind of doing. And it is working, right? And then this thing came up where it's like, you get to go to, I'm in St. Louis, by the way. You get to go to New York and, and basically everything's paid.
Yeah.
But you're really not going to make money. He's like, I don't know if I want to. I'm like, this everything's paid. Where in the world do you get to go to places fully paid?
Right.
Right. And you don't need the money. He has other means. And this is just kind of like a side thing he's doing for fun. And it's like, you don't want to do it because you're not going to make money. It's like, you don't need to make money. You have some money.
Right.
You're doing this because it's giving you an outlet to do other things. And if it pays for everything, why not do it? I don't understand.
Exactly. Well, my dad would tell me, he's basically, he would say, John, the reason you make money is to spend it. The 8 hours you do at work pays for the other 16 a day.
Yeah, but I'm saying you do the comedy club, you let it pay for itself, and then you could just show up and be the king whenever you want, but you just don't make any money at it.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I've known people that have run comedy venues, and it's such a difficult venture that I admit that it is a terrifying prospect. The restaurant business runs on such tight margins, and now you're going to throw comedy on top of that.
Just sell candy and soda, and you don't have to sell it. You don't have to have food.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's such a fascinating prospect.
It could be a convenience store that has comedy in the corner.
That's fair. We could do that. We could do that, Bob. You and me. We could do that. I'll bring you into this.
We could become like Buc-ee's, if you're familiar with Buc-ee's.
Yeah, I know who they are. Yeah.
Yeah, Buc-ee's, but comedy is included rather than the big brisket that they sell.
Oh man. But yeah, no, this is a lot of fun, Bob. Thanks for having me.
We call it Yuckies. All right, John. I appreciate you taking the time with me tonight. Everybody, John Liu, you can catch him at johnliucomedy.com because apparently somebody already had John Liu.
Cheers. No, it's interesting. But thank you, Bob. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, here we go. We're going to go to a closing song and be done.
Cheers. Thanks.